Hey guys, so I decided to do my eyebrows on camera. Sure. As you can see, mine are, I'll get up close, because, that's fun. But you can see I don't have a whole lot of eyebrow, and I don't have a lot of color there. They're blonde, so can't really see them, which is fine. But this is how I film in to do a full face of makeup. And I figured I would walk y'all through it real quick so you could see my process. So the first thing that I usually do when I'm doing my makeup routine is I put my primer on first, just so that I have a chance to let it set in and absorb into my face while I'm doing my eyebrows. And all I'm using today is the e.l.f. Poreless Primer drugstore. Nice. So the first thing that I'm going to be using is I have two different colored eyebrow pencils. I have a blonde one and a natural brown. And they come with a little spoolie. The cap always falls off on this end, but it stays secure in this part, which is cool. But it's e.l.f. and they're like $2 a piece. Awesome pricing. But I start with the blonde one first. And the first thing that I do is I just kind of spoolie them out into the natural direction that they go. And start with that. And then I start by going in and just lightly creating a line of the bottom of my eyebrow. Making light strokes so that it's not super harsh. And I'm not like being overly precise. I've just kind of got the motion down. It may take you a minute, and it's okay because like you can clean it up with foundation and concealer, and I'll show you how to do that when we get to that point. Sure. And this is just me. I kind of go back and forth from either side. You can completely finish one side and then go to the other, or you can do like I'm doing where I'm just kind of going back and forth. And so, as you can see, I have the baseline down for where I want my brows. And I'm using a fatter fill-in because I don't have much. You can get a smaller precise pencil if all you need to do is like fill in the hairs. Hold on, we're rocking. We're having problems, technical difficulties. Oh snap. Okay, I got it. So now I'm gonna go in with the darker shade, which like I said is like a natural brown color. And with this one, I'm just gonna lightly go over the top and kind of follow the natural line of my brow. I've been doing this for a while of like filling them in, so I kind of know what I'm looking for. But if you don't know where to put the beginning, the end of your brow, you can mark it. And it's kind of like connect the dots. And then the other one, the arch. So like, if I'm looking dead ahead, the arch should be like right there, which is about where it's at. So I kind of have an outline now of where I want. I don't mess with the front of my brows too much in the beginning. I kind of wait and do those last so I can like fan them out. I'm just going in like basically like I said, it's just kind of like connect the dots and fill in. You know, I've been doing this a while, so mine looks pretty decent right now. It's not too horrible as far as staying within. If you get a lot down here or too much, like I said, we can fix that in a second, so. I guess it would be nice if I stayed on camera while doing this. Maybe. Who knows? Again. Oh. Wahaha. Evil brows. See, I always have one that's like, nope, not today. No, sorry. We're looking like we're not sisters. We're not even related over here. It's okay though. Getting a little bit closer. Okay, so that's usually how I just go back and forth, literally just jumping from eyebrow to eyebrow, trying to even them out. So that's the eyebrows that I have usually. I'm just following the shape. Like, I've changed them up before and, you know, make them more sharp or make them more angled or more this or more that. But today I'm just following the natural line of how my eyebrow actually grows. Or close to there of it. Because there are a lot of sparse places. So. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back. Oh, rocking it again. I fail. And this is why Tori can't have nice things. It's because everything shakes and falls and magically breaks. Now, for the front of my eyebrow, I just take and brush up what hair I have there. And then in an upward motion, tapping to make light hair strokes. And then going back and blending it in with the spoolie. So there's basically finished brows as far as the filling in portion. And then next I'm going to take a angled, and this is just Wet n Wild, and as you can see it's pretty old, paint's wearing off. Nice, right? Still works great though. It's a little angled brush, and then I have Wet n Wild's Mega Glow Makeup Stick and Conceal, and Follow Your Bisque 807, or yeah, 807. So that is what I am using. Works fairly nice as far as I like. I mean, the preciseness, it doesn't run everywhere. I like that a little bit better than liquid. And then I'm just going to take and kind of draw a line like that. Yep, going across. Gonna make a unibrow. And then I'm just gonna start going back and tapping into this a little bit again. And I'm gonna follow the line underneath my eyebrow with the concealer. Cleaning up any mistakes or oops or lines or just little smudges. And I go in basically like this the first time round, following it, and then I'll take the flat side of it and go back and blend out underneath. and take my finger and just kind of drag it out. Going on the other side. So you have now cleaned up the bottom part of your eyebrow. And for my next trick, now this one on like doing the top, I'll usually take and wipe some of the excess off that I've picked up and just kind of tap it on my hand like so. So I don't have that much product up here. And again, you just kind of drag along the top of it, and it kind of cleans up all those little snags and bumps or whatever that may happen. And going to the other side. And if you do happen to realize that once you like set it down, if you have too much product, clean up the tail area first. Because it's like, for me, it's the easiest to put that much product to where it doesn't mess up a lot. See, now we're getting somewhere. So then again, I'm just gonna drag it across to kind of make sure that they're pretty much even. I'd say, you take too much off the top, or you put too much concealer somewhere, you can always go back in with your pencil and kind of fill it back in just a little bit more. And there we go. So that's how I do my eyebrows, and then I'll go back in. Kind of fix the line. And there you have it. That is how I do my eyebrows. That is usually the basic, most simple thing that I can do with them. And then if I'm just practicing or playing with makeup, like, I usually don't set my brows with anything, just because I'm not really going anywhere, so I don't need to put like a ton of products on to just play with them and end up washing them off. But if I am going to the store or I have things to do, I'll go in with a brown tint or mascara and kind of set them so that they don't go nowhere. And the cool thing about this is, like, if you're like me and you have some hair or you have sparse, this gives the illusion of like you have fuller, thicker eyebrows than what you really do. Because if I don't do like this part of the step, like, you can kind of tell that my eyebrows are drawn on and there's not much hair there, but the spoolie kind of brings it back to life to where you can see that there's actual hairs. Ta-da! Huzzah, they are done. I used to like panic all the time about doing my eyebrows because it was the most longest step for me. Like, it was like, why can I not just have normal eyebrows that grow in? Or days when I'm shaking, because if anybody knows me, like, I get the shakes really bad. So some days, like, wings, and when I need to be precise, like, I will just have it drawn everywhere and just concealer, or take a makeup wipe and go back under and get rid of it just because I was ridiculous and did not care, so it just got drawn everywhere. But it works. Like, you can always take a makeup wipe and go under if you're not putting makeup on, or you're just going to do your eyebrows and throw on some mascara or whatever, because I've been known to do that on occasion, when I'm having better skin days and things like that. So, but this is my look. This is my brows. Like I said, you just basically want to try to follow that line. Like I said, you'll put it next to your nose, put it next to your eye, that's your tail. Then you're going to look straight ahead and you're going to do your pupil, and that's where your next point is going to be. Like so. And then the last one, and I arch mine inwards like this, like you can do straight up and down, but for some reason my hair does not naturally stay up and down, it stays at an angle, so that's why I do it that way. Like I said, try to follow your natural eyebrow line or shape to begin with, or they have stencils out there. I have tried a ton of those, and it's really hard to like hold it on, look, and do that. So I would just say practice filling in, practice, doing the same shape as much as you can, and then, extend out from there. And once you got that shape down, by then, usually you have the strokes down. Now, for the last part, what I normally do is usually at the end, is I will take a fluffy brush that I have set my makeup with powder, and I will just kind of swipe upwards on them, or if I'm looking to have a more like peekaboo of like skin tone, you can take your concealer brush to make it look like more natural hair and just kind of drag upwards with it, and it'll give you a natural effect. Now you gotta make sure to clean it off in between and like tiny little dip in, and then like even put it on the back of your hand and then chew it. Like, you do not want to have a lot of product on this if you go to do that, because that can just take your whole eyebrow off, and I've done that before too. So just practice, practice, practice. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I will be back and talk some more. So see you soon. Okay, so this is the finished look. This is the eyebrows and what I normally do for the day. I'm testing some other makeup right now, so tell me what you think below. If you have any questions on specifics, Bob, of how to apply brow pomade, or if you're having problems with certain areas or figuring something out, let me know in the box below, the comment box. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. I'm going to be trying to put out more videos on things and trying to be working on that again. So shoot some ideas at me. Let me know what you would like to see. You know, if there's any makeup products or drugstore or 5-minute look, or, you know, just different things like that. Tell me in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope this helps somebody today. Toodles!